Welcome to Firewinds of the Suns. This is a role-playing game podcast. That's where we played the game and we recorded it for you to enjoy. We're going to edit it so it doesn't take so long for you to enjoy that. We're going to take a lot of the ums and the ahs and then animate it and put it on YouTube. Hopefully you'll like it. It's our first time through. I promise you, everything I do, it really sucks when I start, and it'll be better later on. And hopefully you enjoy it. I have some of my friends helping me out here. Jerry, you're going to hear his voice in the first episode, but his character is not going to be the first episode. And that's because he's in the second episode, and we record this all in one session. He's an experienced player that's been playing with me for about 3 years, so there's a little bit of backstory with him. We'll cover some of that in the game. Jose, Jordan, and Nathan are first-time players, and they're just going to be with us for 2 episodes, and maybe they'll come back for some more later on. But we recorded this as a test run, and it came out really awesome. Here is our RPG. It's a space western game that homebrew called Firewinds of the Suns. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm going to apologize. My first time using Audacity, recording, editing. It's going to be lots of pops, clicks. My first time animating it. We're using open tunes. A lot of it's hand-drawn. Maybe some computer stuff, maybe just some more photographs more than animation. So sit back and hopefully we have something that's at least enjoyable for you to listen to. And if you like it, let us know. I start each episode off with a mail call. That's where the players just roll random dice, and I tell them some kind of random event that has happened or come to them in their mail or email.
You've got mail.
It's kind of a character building event by giving the players something to be mad about, something to be happy about, and add some more realism to the game. Mail call first. Everybody roll a d20.
Wow, easy man at Coon's age. 11.
Standard junk mail in your inbox. 7. You got a bill. You stayed at a hotel, and they're like towels are missing, and you're like, they charged your account $200, so take off $200 on your credits.
Oh, come on my credits.
Yeah, and it's probably not worth going back. It's like completely off planet, and it's like a $4,000 flight away. You know. What's your character's name?
Juan Zabelbezon.
Wait, say your name first, so I can know your real name, so I can get your writing
Nathan's
credit.
Duty.
All right, what do you look for?
I'm just like an average height, like a Chinese guy. So my real name is Jordan Jones. Character's name, Mohammed Arad, but he just goes by Bill. Wants to keep a low profile. He's an old guy.
What do you look like?
I'm a tall, kind of wiry old guy. He's lived on several different planets. He has a terrible streak of luck, though. He's watched 5 different wives and 27 children die.
27?
Various calamities, yeah. Whoa, he's old. And he has renounced planetary life in order to pursue death, essentially, but he's too scared to commit suicide.
Jose Logo. The name of my character is Santiago Marcano. He's 30 years old.
All right, and what do you look like?
I'm a somewhat tall Hispanic guy. As you can see clearly, no imagination was put into this. But he's been traveling searching for the places where his favorite characters existed in, and found a way to meet those characters in a loophole reality.
Oh, okay. So he does a lot of drugs. All right. You guys are all in this orbital space station that's orbiting the planet. You're expecting the bus to pull in, and all of a sudden this troop transport comes in. 2 officers come running into the building. They're Alliance Patrol regulars. We need all able-bodied men immediately. You're just sitting around waiting for your bus. You have headphones on and stuff. You're just totally aware of this. Officer grabs you by the back, grabs you, and you barely have time to grab your bag as you're being escorted, and you're thinking you're being arrested, but you're not being arrested. You're just being conscripted. They were like, here, there's an emergency on the planet. We need you guys. It's time for you to defend your empire. They hastily shuttle you onto this troop transport aboard a ship. You're quickly shoved in. As you walk in the door of the ship, as you're being cattled on with several other people, you're handed a helmet, and they're like, put this on. It's a standard flight helmet with a breathing apparatus that straps onto the front of your face. They're like, have a seat, sit down, buckle in. Somebody comes along, and this guy's got an armload of pistols and guns. And it's not like they're very organized, because he looks like a young kid. He's barely in a uniform, and his job is to hand out the armaments to you. You're all going to grab a gun from him as he's handing each one out to everybody. So everybody roll a d6. You find you're hastily handled a pistol. It looks like it'd be a 6-shooter revolver. You put it in your weapons. Quan gets a d6 plus 4 pistol. Go ahead and roll.
I got 6.
And your character's name is?
Bill.
Bill, he says, oh, this is a nice gun, and he hands you this big assault rifle. What's special about this rifle is it also has a silencer on it, but it's still a D8 plus 4. Santiago, would you roll?
6.
He pulls out of the cabinet a double-barreled shotgun, D6 plus 6. But the bad thing about a shotgun is it has a very limited range on it. It only can shoot up to 40 feet, I think. The guy slams the door shut, causeway to the space station, and retracts, and he just hammers it. You guys are reaching for the seats as you're tossed back. So you hastily buckle your safety belts as you tear into the atmosphere. Normally a ship takes a nice long slow descent. This ship is not the case. They're hauling ass. It's apparent people are talking and saying, that it must be very urgent. You guys are all three. You're sitting in the ship. You're on the aisle. You're on the aisle on this side. You're on the aisle in front of them. The guy on each side of you, there's another seat next to the window, so you don't get a real good view out the windows as you peel through the clouds. One guy goes, holy shit, look at that, and he dives in front of the little window and you can't really see if you're looking at the side, and just as you see this flash and you can see another transport like yours goes up in fire. It just blows up. It was one that had been at the same station as you guys were. It was docked and loaded full of people at the same time. And it's just absolutely eradicated and showers pieces going down. Fear that nobody could have survived that explosion. Somebody yells from the back of the ship that there's drones, just as that guy that's looking in front of the window, and he's like, see one? All of a sudden, pieces of the ship come pattering in, and pieces of foam come out of the seats and are flying in the air. The guy that was in front of you looking out the window keels over, a bullet's passed through his head, and his face is pretty much gone. And the window is now done, and all the atmosphere is booming out. You're finding it hard to breathe. Fortunately, your helmet has a little bit of a mask. The air from the helmet put the oxygen strap. You need to make a dex check to put your oxygen mask on. So you roll a d20, and then you're going to add your dexterity skill to it.
13.
For 22.
Everybody's above a 5 though, right? It's a pretty simple basic task. You're able to breathe. There's some other people who are not so fortunate in the back. The ship, all of a sudden you hear a whine, an alert. It's kind of cocking to one side now as it's falling through the sky as one of the engines been hit. It's starting to spiral. Through the cockpit door, you can see the pilot is now slumped over in his seat. There doesn't seem to be anybody at the helm. And wind's coming in. The wind from the windshield being broke is blowing the cockpit door open. What do you do?
I got some flying skills. Maybe I'll dash up there and try to see if I can.
Roll another dex check to see if you're able to navigate the hallway.
15.
Oh yes, you stumble a little bit, kept bracing off the seats as you go down, and you make your way to the cockpit. Pilot's kind of an obese, reserved guy. He's not easy to move. Looks like he's pretty heavy, and he's shot for help. Are any of you guys going to go help him?
I've got a little bit of flying skill. I've got 2.
Well, the problem is there's a fat guy in the seat. He's got to move out of the way.
Well, I was going to go up and help Quan.
Wouldn't he have any kind of ejecting pilot seat that we could get him out of?
We have a huge hole in this.
Sure.
So should I roll to see if I make it up the hallway also?
Sure, yep, go for it.
So I've got dexterity 0. 5.
Oh, you stumble. You fall into one of the other empty seats, landing on the lap of some guy who's trying to hold on to the seat in front of you. To you, Jose, the D20. Add your dex skill.
My dexterity is 3.
So add those. Roll it and add that to it.
I got 11, so 14.
14? Yeah, you dash to the front. Go ahead and you guys try to make a combined roll. Roll your strength to pull this guy out of the seat.
That's a 20 as well.
Yep.
19.
I got a 15 plus 1, so 16.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 19 total?
18 plus 1.
18 plus 1. It's a good time to tell you some of the rules. If you roll a 19, you get a double attack, so you're going to be able to make a second roll. So like say you go to shoot somebody and you roll a hard 19 on your dice, you get a second shot. If you roll a 20, you're going to get a special bonus to the game. Whether that's going to be, you might have a chance to learn a skill, which is going to be where that knowledge skill comes into play. Or it might just give you something like, oh, look, he spills open a bunch of cash or something. If you roll a 2, that's an attack of opportunity. That means I'm going to roll. You're not necessarily going to take damage, but I'm going to roll to see if like a flying shard of glass hits you, or the person you're trying to attack is going to get a special out of turn attack. And if you roll a hard 1, that's a crit fail. You're going to roll the dice of shame. So there's 6 possibilities that can happen on the dice.
Do you even know where that's at right now?
Yeah, it's a minute.
Oh, okay.
The dice of shame would be like you hit yourself, you hit a teammate, a total knockout, captured, mission failure. Probably one more or something on there.
Yeah, there is.
Lose item.
There we go.
Yeah, Jerry likes that one.
I hate that one. I'd rather get knocked the heck out.
That's Jerry's.
I'm Leonidas.
Leonidas, you're playing Leonidas. So you guys pull the captain out. Who's gonna try to fly?
I got 4 on fly drive, so
Go for it.
Yeah, I got 3, so you can
go for it. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. Go ahead and roll.
20.
You jump in. Yeah.
Oof. It's an 8 plus a 4, so 12.
You get in. Go ahead and roll again though, because this ship is not functioning correctly because it is down an engine at the moment.
16 plus 4. 20.
20. Okay, so we're gonna take the lower because you're disadvantaged. So your lower. What was your first roll?
12.
12. Yeah, you are holding. You're pulling out of the spiral, but you're still losing altitude at a very, very fast rate. As you see the autopilot light is flashing and it's fighting you, and it's turning the ship towards predetermined landing zone where you were heading for. So, but it looks like you're coming in your opinion, a lot faster than you ought to be coming in. And with one engine, you're afraid that you have enough knowledge to know, piloting to know that you're probably going to have a hell of a time stopping once you come to the ground. Go ahead and go make another fly check to try to slow your descent.
Oof. So 2.
2. So that's attack of opportunity. So as you're pulling back on the stick, the ship's starting to pull back a little bit, and you see out of the corner of your eye another one of these drones, and they're just like a small drone aircraft, and it is coming straight at you and is just barreling into the ship. It is coming right through the windshield. I'm going to see if it hits you. 8. It does not hit you at all personally, but it definitely tears up the plane enough, and now you see the autopilot just goes black, the screen goes black on it, you're losing a lot of the controls and stuff, shorting out on the line. And certain ones are going through. Go ahead and try to make a roll. See if you have any stick left.
19.
19,
go.
You're able to
Plus
pull...
4, 23.
23, yeah, you're able to pull back and the ship's about to crash and you see the ground coming slower and slower and you're pulling up and you're pulling up. You see the LZ zone and where there's a bunch of ships and a lot of them are all on fire and a couple guys on cannons mounted on the wall of this castle, and these 2 cannons are shooting drones left and right. They're watching these guys out the window and they're blasting these drones, only to see the drones just blast away the castle walls. The whole cannon and everything flies off the edge of the castle wall. A couple of the ships that are on the ground are all on fire and burning already. There seems to be like some robot troops, and they're all attacking what you can see are Alliance trained military on the ground. You're pulling back. Just as you come back, you clear the top of another downed ship, and it looks to be some kind of shed, some kind of hay barn. You slam into this hay barn, and pieces of the roof and hay go flying up everywhere. And you emerge from the other side of the barn, taking out the pieces of the ship, and you just skid. You come to a complete stop. Front of the ship now just slides right into the moat of the castle and is now sinking at a very fast rate. So time to get the hell out of there. The water is pouring into the open, broken windows and fuselage of this thing, full of bullet holes. Go ahead and try to make your escape.
Rolling the d20.
Dex check.
Just opening, I guess. 6 plus 9.
You make it about halfway out. Drew?
9.
9, you also make it about halfway out. There's people in the way of you for getting to the exit. You can't quite get to the exit door. The one exit door in front of you is blocked. 13. You're one of the first to the doors, and you push the door open and you jump out the door. You guys need to make another check.
Check.
Yep.
15.
But you push your way out the door. Go ahead. Jose, the water's about
Oh, son of a bitch. 7.
halfway up your legs.
Is that something in there?
There is a big tiger. It's the one next to it.
Oh my god, I thought the thing was dead.
Oh, it's running through your castle still.
Oh,
Yeah.
Castle? Nice.
Yeah.
Must be in there.
You're stuck in some seat belt. Do you have a knife?
I have a pocket knife.
All right. He's got a pocket knife. Go ahead and try to cut yourself. Roll me a fighting skill and add your fighting skill to it.
Son of a bitch. 16 plus
Fighting.
2. 18.
Or you can add your mechanics if you like to, either one of them. Violent, you're attacking the seatbelt.
I think fighting is okay. 18.
18? So yeah, you tear it up. Okay, you're free now. Go ahead and try to roll. The water's about up to your neck at this point.
Get up, man. 12 plus dexterity 15.
Yep. You go to the next door and you finally gets free, and some random guy gives you a push and pushes you up. The ship, yeah, it's half floated. It's not a very deep moat, so it's not like you're totally screwed, but still not a good place to be. You emerge to see a bunch of attack drones firing on all sorts of people. A random random shot whizzes by you, hitting the side of the castle, and a bunch of rocks fall out of it. There's a piece of the wall falls down. You can see the timbered structure from inside of the castle, and you see an opening in there in a hollow space ahead of you. All three of you are now between the moat and the castle on the little fine bank that you're on. If you run to the left, you'll run along the side. If you run to the right, you'll come to a bridge which crosses the moat, or you can dive into the hole inside the castle wall.
Wait, there's a hole in my castle wall now, or is that always there?
Oh fuck, there's a turret missing. There's all sorts of shit going on.
I see high dollar expenses in my future.
Oh, it's being trashed. That new roof you put on has just been blasted away in sections.
No, I just paid for that.
Half
roof.
of the buildings, the church is still standing.
What?
But the storage shed by the launch bay is just totally...
Of course. Everything
destroyed.
gets demolished except the church.
Yeah, the church
Why?
is still there.
Sounds like history.
So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like being in the open is bad
Yeah.
at this point. I say we go into the
Hole in the
hole.
dust,
I'm
yeah.
going for the hole.
I'm going for the hole too.
Okay, so you guys all run. As you are heading towards the hole, you see on the other side of the moat a robot. Here's your moat. You got this hole that goes into the castle. So you see a dark abyss behind you, so there's no cover. Roll a d20 plus your initiative.
Initiative plus.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I have 23.
Ooh, yeah, okay, you're going first.
Alright.
Yeah, you gonna shoot at the robot?
You got the badass gun as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
I got 20.
I've got a good gun and I don't really care. I'm not going to hold the wall or do anything. I'm just going to stand in the middle and shoot at the robot.
Okay, so roll your d20 plus your shooting skill. And then at the
Gotcha.
same time, you're gonna roll a d8 as well, so roll 2 dice.
Okay. Alright. Alright, my shooting is 21 and is 3.
Alright, you hit it in the head because of the 21. It does double damage.
So I've got D8 plus 4 as the... the D8 is the dice.
Yeah.
So the damage is 7.
Ah,
So, yep, so you have
14
7.
damage.
You're gonna double it because it was in the head.
Okay.
So 14 damage. Your turn, Jose. Well, you're a ways away. What's your movement speed?
My speed is 25.
You could make it to the opening of the cave, but you couldn't get into it this time.
Okay. I think I'm gonna shoot because I got 4 for shooting. So.
Okay, go for it.
Son of a bitch.
You missed.
I'm right by the hole. All I got is these little dinky pistols.
You can shoot and then run in there if you want
Okay.
to.
Well, I'll shoot and then I'll take a shot. And
What'd you roll?
then 2.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Ow.
And actually, I forgot my turn in the way. I'm gonna take 2 turns here, so he's gonna roll 19 is gonna be the first one. It's a double attack, so he's gonna get 3 shots. He's just gonna shoot all of you. You hit him first, though, right? So you're gonna get the first one. He clunks you in the chest. He's got a rifle as well.
Okay.
But he only does 5 points of damage.
The robot has a rifle?
Yeah, he's got like a built-on arm with a machine gun. The next guy hits Jose, hits you in the 16.
Oh, okay.
Shit's gonna hurt. He hits you for 11.
11.
It's based on like a Wild West kind of stuff.
So minus 11.
Most of the
Okay.
guns are like old school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you do with those damages? You take them off with these points.
Yeah, so on that circle that's there, whenever I give you damage, just write whatever damage is in that circle that it goes to. Now, if you get hit for more than half your hit points, it means you're down for a turn. If you get hit into zeros, you're going to make your constitution
These
check.
are the hit points right here. Written.
Whatever your health points are, if you have 19 health, you have 19 in each one of those circles that you can take. If you get hit for 19 in your arm, you've lost your arm. If you get hit for 19 in the chest,
What
well,
is
you're
the
dying.
Health points?
Oh.
Oh, 17.
Okay.
He missed you. Your turn.
Alright, so I just got shot in the chest.
How many damage did he do to you?
5.
So you're not down.
Yeah, I'm not
How many
down.
did you get hit?
11.
And how many health points do you have?
18.
You're down for a turn. That hurt so bad, you're like, fuck, that hurt, and you fall over.
Sounds about right. I'll sing about it.
I'm just going to continue standing in the middle of the hall. So I rolled both again.
Yep.
Okay, shit. So damage is
Look at
1
that. You rolled 20 though.
and 23 on the shooting.
You hit a nat 20.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, so I get something now.
So you hit him in the head, but you only did 7 points of damage, doubled.
14.
So another 14 again,
No, wait, why is it 7 points? Because it's 3 plus.
plus 4. You're going to find something good in a second. But anyway, you did hit it in the head again for double. So now you got 24 on the head on that robot.
Any idea how much the robot can take?
What? No, what's all your health at?
My health is 7.
Like
But
a
minus 5.
This is all 3 of our first time playing this kind of game. Jerry
Really?
here's an old pro though.
I'm just hoping none of you die.
Whoever got the kill shot on that robot, you just blasted that robot in the head. Yep, and so it is down for the turn. As it falls, it rolls into the moat, and it's kind of You find the hole behind you, though, as you're stepping into it, doesn't look like it's actually part of the castle. The hole goes straight down, and it looks like it's going down into a chamber, some kind of dungeon or something in the basement here.
Okay, all three of us, huh?
Are you guys going down in there?
Oh, there's still robots and drones, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's shit blowing up all around you.
You're going in.
Trying to get away from all these drones. It's covered down there.
Jose, you get up on your turn. Are you going in?
Yeah, I think so, because clearly my rolling dice ability not helping me. Yeah.
So we're gonna go into a dark then.
Apparently.
Or just stand outside.
Alright, well, I'll go with you guys.
Scurry down into this. You've got some cover, and there's another robot coming over the top of the hill. Do you want to take a shot at either one of you guys?
Well, I have a little pistol.
Oh, nope. Just going to go down the hole.
How far is this? Within range of a shotgun?
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. I got a 4.
What's my ammo situation?
Can I bring myself up?
You got lots.
Yes.
Yeah, you're up.
Apparently. one more time. A plus 4.
Yeah, you do some damage. It turns, and you see this rocket launcher like fly up off its back. It is definitely, the red light is shining right in your eyes as the laser guiding thing goes for it. Are you gonna run and jump in the hole now?
Yeah.
So you going too?
Do I have time for like a pop shot before I jump in?
Oh yeah, you can try.
16.
With its, yeah, you do some damage to it. 6 damage, yeah.
Definitely not shooting at it. I'm just gonna grab this idiot and
You're going in the hole?
Stairs, yeah.
So you drive down the hole. Are you getting down the hole? Yeah, you did. So as you drag him backwards down to the hole, the rocket, you see this whoosh, and a big pile of dirt comes down, and you guys are all coughing dust and everything in the darkness, probably trying to look. Anybody have a flashlight or a cell phone or something?
I got a smartphone. Damn it.
I got a computer software that probably.
Roll your dexterity, see if you can get your light to turn on.
Flashlight.
It's like a
Damn
19.
it.
Including the 3.
You pull out your phone and you turn your light on. You can kind of lead yourself into the dungeon. See.
I don't have a light.
So that's the end of part 1, and we're going to get back to the second part of this on the next episode recorded at the same time, but it's going to take a little bit longer to edit. I hope this part is done soon. Thanks for listening, and again, if you enjoy it, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share. Thanks for tuning in. Tell your friends about Firewinds of the Suns if you enjoyed this.